Hey everybody, as you know I just released Silhouettes and the music video by Dalton Manarud. And I wanted to share kind of the inside of how I made the song itself. And I was originally gonna do just like a Ableton like project walkthrough kind of thing, but I realized that most of the song happened on my tape deck and on my 404. So this one's gonna be a little different, but I do wanna start a series of Ableton walkthroughs. So if you have any songs that you want to like kind of dive deep on and see how I made the song, drop a comment because I'll make the video. I'd love to do some more of these things, especially if you're interested in specific songs. Anyway, let's dive in. Okay, so here we are in Ableton. This is all I ever did in Ableton for this song. So I made this really simple patch in this Juno 6 emulator. It's just like a saw wave. Looks like I added a little bit of like a low pass filter and, you know, infinite sustain, and then it's got this really nice chorus on it. Oh, and then like a really long portamento. So that's it. I did this experiment that I like to do a lot, where instead of using one synth to make a chord, I'll use one synth for each note in the chord. So then you kind of get, especially when you add like portamento to things, you get kind of like different relationships between each note, which can be kind of cool. And in this case, I panned things like left and right a little bit. It turns just like a single synth into something that's much bigger than just that. So that's what I did here. Here are my 3 synth parts. I have this one. So it's kind of that lead melody that you hear. Next one is this kind of lower part panned to the left. Nice. And then the last one is this low part, panned slightly right. When you add them all up, you get this. The idea here was to make just sort of like a sample. I wanted just something repetitive that I could resample on my 404. This feedback you're hearing is just a preset in Echo Boy called Infinite Space. So I'm pretty sure I just slapped that on there and then called it good. The last thing I have is this this kind of like analog sounding drum kit in battery. Just a little groove to kind of set the time. I have it mixed really low, so it's just kind of just like a part of the background. Pretty sure, yeah, this is just a preset in battery called DMT kit. So yeah, that's like all I made in Ableton. The next step was just to basically group all this together. Then I added an external audio effect and sent it out to my tape deck, which is output 7 and 8. So now, of course, when I play this, I have it going through my tape deck now, and then I just kind of clicked record on that thing. So when I'm making a song like this, I will just press record and let it record for as long as I want the song to be, because like when you're cutting the tape, there's no like duplicating out or anything, so just kind of let it run for like 2 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna stop it, rewind it, and then pause it on Ableton. Great, now let's see if we get the signal back down here, because it's coming out of the tape deck going into 7 and 8. Cool. So there's my loop. It's on the tape deck now, and The other part that I had to add now was drums, so that was all done on the cassette tape. So what I would do now is just take my 404 output and plug it into my tape deck input. And now see right here on Ableton, I'm just using this external audio effect to like listen to my tape deck. So it's almost like a little mini channel within a channel. So I'm just listening to my output there from my tape deck. So on my tape deck, I have 4 channels. 1 and 2 are my stereo sample, that synth thing that we made. And then 3 and 4 are just gonna be my drums. So then anything after that, I have to layer on Ableton. So let's just see if we have any signal on the 404. Cool. Now basically all I do is just press record on the tape deck and then record the drums into tracks 3 and 4. So yeah, I'm just gonna do that real quick. I'm now taking my tape deck output, which is right here. There's right, there's left. And then down here, I have my 404 input. There's left, there's right. So now that anything I play on my tape deck will go into my 404 down here. So I basically compiled the drums on the tape deck, and then after it was all kind of like linked up together, I just recorded my tape deck out to my 404, put the compressor on it. Now basically all I have to do is record it back into Ableton and record my little extra parts. So I guess since everything's coming through 5/6 right over here, I'm just gonna make a new track. Call this one 404 out. And I'm gonna make the input 5/6, so it listens to the 404. So I'm just gonna record enable, press that, and then play my song. I'm gonna try to deal with that noise a little bit. Just get a little EQ on that. Turn off the input. Throw a little saturation on the master. So I know there's a piano on this, and I recorded my old upright piano back in my old house, which I don't have that one anymore. But I recorded a pretty simple piano part over just like the tape bounce of the song, so I can try to recreate that real quick for you guys. So the other piano part was just piano with a big reverb on it. Something like that. So let's give that a go. But then I went ahead and pitched it down a little bit. Like this. And yeah, now I'm gonna compress shit out of the master. after all that, I just recorded everything back through the 404 and did a few like little filter effects, like the isolator and what else? Pretty much stuff like that. I like faded it in, faded it out on the 404. But yeah, that's how I made silhouettes. If you enjoyed a video like this, please leave a comment below and I'll make more stuff like this. I have a ton of projects I could walk you guys through, so hit me up.